All right, so what's on the test? This isn't super helpful because as I was going through the test, I'm basically just writing down all of these things. But maybe it'll help a little bit. There's definition of derivative. There's two of those. The very first one right out of the gate is use the definition to find the derivatives. So very straightforward from the very first lesson way back here. The second one is like the warm-up from yesterday. I think it was yesterday's warm-up where you had to recognize that it was a definition and then do some stuff with it. So I'm calling both of those definition of a derivative. Given a graph, where is f of x? Actually, where is it? I think it says where is it not continuous, and where is it not differentiable? Well, it's not continuous at holes, jumps, asymptotes. Continuous is pretty easy though, because you have an intuitive feel for what continuous means. Like if you can draw it without lifting your pencil, it's continuous. If you got to stop and jump up somewhere, or stop and make a little hole, stop and make an asymptote, then it's not continuous. So most people are good on that reason. Not differentiable would be anywhere it's not continuous. Because if it's not continuous, then you can't have a, differentiable means has a tangent line is another good way to think of this. If you can't draw a tangent line there, then there's no derivative there. Speaking of can't draw a tangent line, at a cusp, you can't draw a tangent line because you don't know where to. It's a point there, so you don't know how to put a tangent line on there. So it's the same picture. It asks the two questions. So anything that's not continuous is definitely not differentiable. The cusp is kind of the tricky part because a cusp is continuous, right? I can draw that without lifting my pencil, but it's not differentiable. There's no way to, how would I know where to put a tangent line there? That doesn't make sense because it's a sharp point. All right, back to the big picture here. Several questions asked for tangent lines. I just stopped keeping track, but it's 3 or 4. That just means, take a derivative, but also plug it into a line equation. This next section summarizes the majority of the test. So the derivative rules, I'm just copying down what we did over here. Power, product, quotient, chain, and trig. From mostly equations. That's what most of the stuff we worked with is from equations. But on that worksheet that I will give you today, I posted it yesterday, we talked about it yesterday, but I'll give you a copy of it today. We can also do this stuff from tables or from graphs. Of course, if you're looking at a graph, you're thinking slope. If you're looking at a table, you're just going to have to use the rule. And then the last thing is average versus instantaneous rate of change. I think there's there's at least one of each of those on the test. So, algebra versus calculus slope. So one's just the good old slope formula. The other one is a derivative. So they're both telling you slope, but slightly different versions of that. It's about half multiple choice and half free response. Any questions on what's on the test? Okay.